Welcome to www.theaustraliantest.com, your trusted resource for Australian Citizenship Test preparation with 12 years of experience. In this video, we will present 20 unique multiple-choice questions drawn directly from the official guide, Australian Citizenship, Our Common Bond. Each question comes with a detailed explanation to enhance your understanding. Please do not skip and watch continuously for the best learning experience. Do not forget to share, comment, and subscribe to our channel. Let's get started.
Question 1. Where was gold discovered in Australia in 1851? Option A, Tasmania and South Australia. Option B, Western Australia and Queensland. Option C, New South Wales and Victoria. Option D, Australian Capital Territory and Queensland. The correct answer is New South Wales and Victoria. Explanation: in 1851, gold was discovered in the colonies of New South Wales and Victoria. Question 2. Who is responsible for conducting federal elections and referendums in Australia? Option A, the Australian Electoral Commission. Option B, the Australian Education Commission. Option C, the Australian Energy Commission. Option D, the Department of Home Affairs. The correct answer is the Australian Electoral Commission. Explanation: the Australian Electoral Commission is a Commonwealth agency. It conducts federal elections and referendums and maintains the Commonwealth electoral roll. Question 3. How are citizens encouraged to participate in Australian society? Option A, only young people are encouraged to participate. Option B, only senior citizens are encouraged to participate. Option C, all citizens are encouraged to participate in society. Option D, only employed citizens are encouraged to participate. The correct answer is all citizens are encouraged to participate in society. Explanation: Australia encourages all citizens to participate in society. Citizens who participate contribute to Australia in many ways. You can join local communities, volunteer for social work, join cultural organizations, or participate in political life. Question 4. When do Australians commit to a happy and prosperous future together? Option A, Alice Springs Show Day. Option B, Australia Day. Option C, Darwin Show Day. Option D, New Year's Day. The correct answer is Australia Day. Explanation: Australia Day is when we honor our history and all who have made this nation great. It's a day to rejoice in the present and commit to a happy, prosperous future together. Many citizenship ceremonies are held across the country on this day. Question 5. Who is the current head of state of Australia? Option A, Queen Jane. Option B, Queen Elizabeth II. Option C, Queen Victoria. Option D, King Charles III. The correct answer is King Charles III. Explanation: Australia's head of state is the King of Australia, His Majesty King Charles III. Under the Australian Constitution, executive power is exercised by the Governor-General as the King's representative. Question 6. How many representatives are elected to the Senate from mainland territories? Option A, 5. Option B, 6. Option C, 7. Option D, 4. The correct answer is 4. Explanation: the states are equally represented in the Senate, regardless of their population size. There are 12 representatives elected from each state. Both mainland territories elect 2 representatives each. There are 76 representatives elected in total, and they are called senators. Question 7. For which of the following are the state and territory governments responsible? Option A, immigration and citizenship. Option B, drains. Option C, schools. Option D, defense. The correct answer is schools. Explanation: state and territory governments are responsible for schools. Question 8. The first free settlers in Australia came from which countries? Option A, Ireland and France. Option B, Great Britain and France. Option C, Great Britain and Ireland. Option D, Netherlands and Ireland. The correct answer is Great Britain and Ireland. Explanation: early free settlers were from Great Britain and Ireland. This British and Irish heritage has had a major influence on Australia's history, culture, and political institutions. Question 9. On what date is Australia Day celebrated? Option A, 16th January. Option B, 6th January. Option C, 28th January. Option D, 26th January. The correct answer is 26th January. Explanation: on 26th January each year, we celebrate Australia Day. Australia Day is a public holiday in every state and territory in Australia. Question 10. Which of these is not considered a national icon? Option A, Sydney's Harbour Bridge. Option B, Sydney's Opera House. Option C, Sydney's City Hall. Option D, Sydney's Botanical Gardens. The correct answer is Sydney's City Hall. Explanation: Sydney's Harbour Bridge and Opera House are considered national icons. Question 11. What are the national colors of Australia? Option A, green and yellow. Option B, green and blue. Option C, green and gold. Option D, green and white. The correct answer is green and gold. Explanation: Australia's national colors are green and gold, the colors of the golden wattle. The uniforms of our national sports teams are usually green and gold. Question 12. Which statement is correct regarding Australia's government? Option A, the government is elected by the people. Option B, the Prime Minister chooses our members of Parliament. Option C, the King of Australia chooses people to form the Australian Parliament. Option D, the Governor General chooses our members of Parliament. The correct answer is the government is elected by the people. Explanation: Australia's system of government is a parliamentary democracy. This means that all Australians are involved in how the country is governed. The power of the government comes from the Australian people because Australian citizens regularly vote for people to represent them in Parliament. Question 13. What is Australia's heritage religion? Option A, Judeo-Christian. Option B, Protestant. Option C, Catholic. Option D, Buddhist. The correct answer is Judeo-Christian. Explanation: Australia has a Judeo-Christian heritage, and many Australians describe themselves as Christians. Australia has public holidays on Christian days, such as Good Friday, Easter Sunday, and Christmas Day. Question 14. Which statement is true about equality in Australia? Option A, access to education and employment is provided only to men. Option B, equal access to education and employment is provided to both men and women. Option C, access to education and employment is provided only to women. Option D, access to education and employment depends on social status. The correct answer is equal access to education and employment is provided to both men and women. Explanation: both men and women have equal access to education and employment in Australia. Question 15. Does a mix of religions contribute to making Australia a vibrant multicultural society? Option A, true. Option B, false. Option C, it depends on the religion. Option D, only certain religions contribute. The correct answer is true. Explanation: people in Australia are free to follow any religion they choose, as long as its practices do not break Australian laws, in addition to Christianity, Buddhism, Islam, Hinduism, Judaism, and many other religions are practiced freely in Australia. This mix of religions contributes to making Australia a vibrant, multicultural society. Question 16. For whom are Australia's laws important? Option A, only for the citizens of Australia. Option B, for all people living in Australia. Option C, only for the people born in Australia. Option D, only for permanent residents. The correct answer is for all people living in Australia. Explanation: Australia's laws are important for all people living in Australia. Australians recognize the value of laws in maintaining a peaceful and orderly society. Question 17. What is illegal regarding cultural or ethnic discrimination in Australia? Option A, expressing opinions about different cultures. Option B, promoting one's own culture. Option C, trying to make others hate or act violently towards others because of their culture or ethnicity. Option D, discussing cultural differences. The correct answer is trying to make others hate or act violently towards others because of their culture or ethnicity. Explanation: it is against the law to try to make other people hate or act violently towards others because of their culture, ethnicity, or background. Question 18. What does ATO stand for? Option A, Australian Time Office. Option B, Australian Travel Office. Option C, Australian Taxation Office. Option D, Australian Take Office. The correct answer is Australian Taxation Office. Explanation: paying tax is required by law. Tax is collected by the Australian Taxation Office from both businesses and individuals. Question 19. What is true about joining political parties in Australia? Option A, you are forced to join certain political parties. Option B, you are not allowed to join any political party. Option C, you are free to join a political party if you choose. Option D, you must join the ruling party. The correct answer is you are free to join a political party if you choose. Explanation: in Australia, you are free to join a political party if you choose. Question 20. What is true about knowing the law in Australia? Option A, not knowing a law is an excuse for breaking it. Option B, not knowing a law is no excuse for breaking it. Option C, being familiar with the laws is not important. Option D, laws only apply to citizens. The correct answer is not knowing a law is no excuse for breaking it. Explanation: it is important for you to be familiar with the laws in Australia because not knowing a law is no excuse for breaking it.
Thanks for watching. We hope you answered all the questions correctly and this practice test helped you prepare for your Australian Citizenship Test. Remember to check out www.theaustraliantest.com for more free resources and practice tests. Do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more helpful content. Good luck on your journey to Australian citizenship.